Hey Moguls, it's Dr. T here, and I'm coming to you with another amazing Mogul upgrade to help you elevate through your Mogul trajectory, get you into being able to exist and create a Mogul level reality, being a top influencer, creator, transformer, and leader, and really taking you through upgrades that are going to help you create an amazing empire, an awesome power couple partnership, an incredible family dynasty, allowing you to transform yourself, transform society, elevate humanity, having you leave an amazing legacy, and having your life actually produce something, which is what it was designed to do. So let's dive into this upgrade today, which is all about how the mogul self is the one you really are, but understanding the mogul self versus the not self, and why most people are actually building empires in the wrong direction. All right, moguls. So, as a reminder, I'm Dr. Tracy Thomas. I am the Mogul Reality Maker, your quantum transformation advisor, and I am the founder of the International Moguls Club, where we transform people from where they are into the highest frequency, becoming transformative leaders who really are living in a state of prosperity, vitality, and sovereignty, most importantly. And today I'm bringing you a mogul level truth that will save you from building or creating the wrong thing that can actually end up collapsing under its own misalignment. Okay, so this is about the mogul self versus the not self, and how to finally shift out of working against your human design and building with your divine human design operating system in mind. Okay, moguls. So here's the truth. Most people are working against themselves. They don't know that the life they're living and the way that they're being is actually a result of them being in a low frequency experience of life, low frequency reality, maybe a low frequency area, and effectively living as their not self. This is the false version of them created and shaped by society's lower frequency, lower 3D reality type frequency, and also mostly being having everyone shaped by generator run systems. And generators are 77% of humans. And this puts people trying to all act like generators, where everybody's just chasing money, validation, success, love, and doing so, following someone else's script that is not correct for their human design, and they're living outside of their human design. So this is important, moguls, because your mogul self, which is your higher self, your more powerful self, your highest level creator self, is actually encoded in your human design blueprint. Okay, it's not just some personality thing. This is a precision design of who you are and a frequency code, and the frequency has to match and the reality has to match what your design needs. Think of it as your operating manual, right? This is the divine instruction manual for how you will build your mogul reality, your empire, your power couple partnership, your own dynasty, how you will lead as a transformative leader and create wealth, prosperity, and sovereignty for you and other people. So let me break this down. When you operate as your not self, your entire system is in resistance. In fact, you're so low frequency and you think that's normal. But what happens is you're attracting confusion, burnout, failed partnerships, financial instability, and energetic collapse. Your frequency goes too far down, your reality contracts, and this is a bad situation. But when you operate as your mogul self, you enter into the correct flow. You get invitations, resources arrive, aligned people appear into your life, and your field becomes magnetic, not effort based, because effort is only required when you are working against your system. When you are aligning with your system, you're just in flow and reality is being made in the way that it's supposed to. And when you are in correct alignment, you become The empire maker and the dynasty maker you were designed to be, and you create the exact versions of those things that you're meant to create. Because everybody's human design is designed to create something specific. Okay, let's go a little further in this upgrade. So currently, and for thousands of years, the world has been dominated by generators. 70+% of humanity has this motorized, repeatable, ongoing, consistent energy. And we have built systems that reward generator behavior: hustle, force, pushing, sacrificing, grinding. But you might not be a generator. If you're a projector, like I am, a manifester, or a reflector, you're meant to operate in alignment with your frequency, not the generator hustle trap that everybody seems to be trapped in. Projectors, for example, they came into the world about 275 years ago, beginning around the time of Thomas Edison, who was one of the most famous and first projectors in the world. And this is why he was so focused. He was trying to bring light and higher frequency reality into the world. And this is why I can even talk to you on here, because of him. But projectors are guides, right? And our role is not to do all of the work. We are not designed with the generator machinery to do all the work. It's to see what must be done and direct the energy of the other types, especially the generators, more efficiently. We're effectively here to make reality run smoother in flow, not harder, which is why I'm giving you this upgrade. Because if you get into correct alignment with your design, you will literally get into flow and reality will make itself through you instead of you having to go hunt and kill it the way the generators think everyone needs to. Okay, and it's very important to recognize that right now the world is shifting. We're in the early phases of the Gate 55 mutation, where emotional freedom and sovereignty becomes the next level currency for humanity. That means sovereignty, truth, flow, alignment, and purpose are everything. And we are not going to be seeing a world that is rewarding painful grinding and pushing and hurting yourself in order to somehow be successful. It's not what success is going to be anymore. And this is important because we can't fake this anymore. You have to either be in flow or you won't even get to go into the highest upgrade that evolution is doing with this Gate 55 frequency mutation. It's changing the frequency we were once in that built the material world, that built the Industrial Revolution. That's gone. That is getting dissolved and replaced. Everything is about freedom, sovereignty, and flow. And you're either in it and you're going to go along with the upgrade and rise up with it. But if you're in the old school generator hustling and grinding, it just, it's not going to work. And you can't fake it. You're either in flow or you're not. So the truth is, going forward, operating as your mogul self is not going to be optional. Your higher self is essential. Because here's the hard truth. If you're not living in your design, moguls, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your life, you're hurting your lineage, and you're hurting the world. Your frequency infects the entire world. And if you are not living your exact purpose, the world is missing it. And we're not getting what we need from you. And you were brought in with a specific assignment, and that's what your design has encoded in it. And so if you don't live aligned with your design, which has nothing to do with all the societal roles you've been given with 15 different identities, mother, sister, daughter, cousin, aunt, wife, blah, 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 and so on and so on, you're here with a very specific design. You're either a manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, projector, or reflector. And if you're a projector, you might be one of 5 different types of projectors. The projector type has various different types: ego projector, self-projected projector, classic projector, energy projector, like me. And it's very, very important to understand this because those are your roles. And we're taught that we have all these different roles, but remember, we're one big human family. Colonization is what separated our tribes into these isolated small family systems where there's no leverage that used to be there as tribes and communities work together. So we got separated and isolated. But our design is not for just us and our little small family. Our design is for the world. We are meant to be doing everything we're doing as part of one organism that we are, one system, one community, one reality. And this is essential. And if you're on some other script where the colonizers and the extractors and the parasites who have been running humanity and putting everybody into slavery for generations and generations, and you're staying in that, you're just keeping it all from elevating, and you got to get aligned with your human design. So here's your mogul move. Here's a big part of this upgrade. It's important to learn your human design chart and know what you are. And the good news is there's a link in the description of this video, and you can get that for free and learn what is your design and how, and learn everything about your purpose and what you're here to do. Identify your energy type and your not self themes. These are your sabotage patterns and things like that. So for example, as a projector, when I'm in my highest frequency, the result is just constant success. That's a generator's role, to bring the frequency of success. If you're a generator, but as a projector, if I'm in my not self, it's bitterness. And boy, is that bitterness bitter. If you are a manifester and you are in your higher self, your frequency and your result is peace. And if you're in your lower self, your not self, it's anger. For a generator, it's satisfaction and frustration. And for a reflector, it is, hang on. Yeah, so for a reflector, that's only 1% of the population. When they're in their absolute highest frequency, their higher self theme is surprise. And when they're in the lower frequency, their not self theme is disappointment. So this is a tough one. So moguls is very, very key to understand. Okay, so going forward, some things we really need to make sure. We need to make sure that you understand these things, right? And are you trying to figure out, am I building from my not self or am I building from my higher self? Because if you're building from your higher self, everything will flow. And if you're building from your not self, it will never work. And even if you force it, you'll never feel the success that comes with flow. All right, moguls. One of the things you can do is really confirm this upgrade with a mogul move. And just type in there, what is your human design? What is your energy type? And what is your not self theme? So it might be a projector and bitterness. It might be a generator and frustration. You're going to list that there so we know who's in the community. All right, moguls. So every mogul is going to have to do this upgrade because your human design is not just your success. It is the restoration and the upgrade of reality itself. This is how we can all get aligned and stay sovereign. All right, moguls, if this activated something in you, definitely hit like so you let the universe know I am in agreement with this. I am here to upgrade. Hit subscribe and make sure that you share this with someone else who may be out of alignment with their design and you know they're hitting a lot of resistance and this might be the issue. They might literally be designed for one thing and trying to do another, and that's the issue. It's not that there's something wrong with them, it's that they were taught to be someone else instead of themselves. Okay, moguls, and as you subscribe, it's opening up circuitry between this mogul energy and frequency and this whole mogul reality and you, and it's flowing mogul upgrades to you. And that's because we rise together, moguls. All right, and I will see you in the next mogul upgrade and a transmission through one of these videos that you're going to grab. And I'm just wishing you more power, precision, and a whole mogul reality for you to enjoy. All right, moguls, thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.